All right, so I'm taking a look at the Denza N9 right here, and let's start from the top. So it's got some radar sensors up there, and it's also got some 4 camera sensors on the windshield itself, and this lovely green paint. So as you can see, it has a almost flat top of the bonnet, and as you go to the side, it slants, and then on the edges, it rounds to the edges. So it's a nice design, I would say. And then if we look in here, it's their signature 2-bar daytime running light here. And unlike the N8L, this one has the beams right above the top light bars, and then you have some fog lights here, a fog light beam right here, and then you have a very nice design here as well, which allows wind to go through for cooling of the tires and that kind of purpose. And down here we have the radiator protruding there, as you can see. And if we come down here, we got the number plate placement area, and then you have a camera down there, and you have some sensors down there as well. And these flaps will open to allow for cooling of the radiators when it's necessary. If we just go on to the side, so you got some Denza badge in here, which is nice. And then this one being the bigger brother, it sports some premium Michelin tires, so Pilot Sport EV, and it comes in 275/45 rim 22 tires, and this lovely wheel design. I love the design of the wheels. And if you're looking there, it's got some very thick brake calipers there with a very thick disc in there for some powerful braking power. And it got a suspension, so you can see the setup in there, and the wheels almost feel the wheel well, so that's really nice. And if we look on the side, contrary to what many cars have, there's no camera here, but there's a camera here, there's a camera there, and there are some sensors down there as well, and some lighting. And then you have your blue illumination for autonomous driving, and you have NFC to open the door. So you just place your card or your phone and you can open the door. So if I step back, this is the full profile of the car. Design looks beautiful in my opinion. And you've got some runners down here for getting in the car, because the car can be raised quite high, so you need assistance to get in. And I'll just go around the car before I come to the interior. And if we go to because it's a hybrid, so you press that, you can fuel your car with 92 round here, so that's really neat. You press it to shut it, and then you've got another Denza badge here. They want you to know the car you're looking at from all angles. And I like how the rear side looks. What do you think? Leave it in the comments if you agree that the rear of the car looks better than the front. That's my opinion though. Let's see what you think. And then you come to the brake light department. So it starts all the way from the side and it continues on the bonnet all the way to the middle. It breaks off for the badge and then continues onto the other side. So that's the configuration it's going for. And if we look down here, we've got some parking sensors here on this piano black section, and you've got some reverse lights, some fog lights, and some reflectors. You got your N9 badge in here, and you also have a camera here. And the car has very good clearance, of course has air suspension, so you can ride it with a height that you prefer. And if we come up here, we have a brake light bar, so it starts from here, breaks off in the middle, and continues from here to the other side. And you've got double cameras here on the top. And if we step back, the windows are blacked out from factory, so you don't have to do it after market. And I'll just go on to the right hand side of the car. So the right hand side, what we have is your charging. So you press that, it'll pop out, and you've got your fast charge and slow charge ports here. And to get it back in, you just press that and it locks up for you. So the gas part is manual, but the electric part is electronic opening. And if I just step back, the right hand side is going to be the same as the left hand side. So let's go and take a look at the interior of the car. So to open it up, you just press the button and then it opens up quite wide and high. I'm 183 centimeters tall there's no chance my head is hitting it unless you're above 2 meters, but either way you're going to bend, so it's not really a problem. And once all the 6 seats are up, this is the amount of space you have left. That's not a lot of space, but if we look here, we can see it has not much space on the false floor. It's just bits and pieces here on this styrofoam that is beneath the false floor. You can put bits and pieces there, but it's nothing to write home about. And then, but I would say this mechanism here has very nice feeling aluminum metal here, very soft, very tactile, and very easy to do. And then on the right hand side, you have tie down hooks here. You have all your buttons for increasing and reducing the height of the car with the air suspension, all your seat controls, that kind of thing. We already know what these things do. It's going to push the seats down electronically rather than doing it manually. You got lighting here on the right hand side, and you've got another lighting hiding here on the bottom. Got another tie down hook here, and you got a 12-volt socket here as well, so that's nice. And then you have a nice secret storage area here under this side false floor, so that's good. You got a speaker grill here, and the whole interior is lined with very thick, nice feeling carpet, so it feels premium. And that's about it for the boot. So to lock it, as usual, you just press that and then it's going to go down. I forgot to mention that there are 2 hooks here that can carry up to 2 kilograms, so you can hang things up to 2 kilograms here. So 1 hook here and 1 hook there for if you need it. It might come in handy for some purpose. Now let's get into the middle row seat. So this one is not the top spec, so you can't press to get the doors open. It'll pop out and then you have to do it manually. Now when we open the door, it opens quite wide, I would say to about 85 degrees, I would say. And I like the configuration of the door, very, very wide doors, and nice padding here on the edges for sound deadening. And then you have some nice material here, and you have manual sunshade here, so it's not electronic. You have to do it manually. And then you have a nice Napa leather material here, some wood here, and you have an aluminum trim here. And over here we have the DiPilot speakers in there, covered by this speaker grill. Very nice design. And then you have a button here for opening the door, and then the one for raising and lowering your window. You have an area for holding to shut the door, all made of very nice feeling soft Napa leather. I'm not sure if it's Napa leather or leatherette, but either way feels really good. And then you got a door pocket and a lever here for opening the door for when the electronics fail. And down here you have a speaker grill. You've got these runners here like I mentioned before, so it's easy for passengers to climb into the car. You got a Denza badge in here which is illuminated. It's striped as well, so you're not going to slip if you mistakenly step there. And as we can see, the interior, so the seat has a lot of functionality. Let's take a look at that for now. So if I press that button, you can see the seat coming outward. If I stay stable, and you can push it in, and that works for both seats as well. So you can have this seat go in. You're not going to be able to go through the back if the seat, because the space is still small, unless you move this forward, but you can still go through to the third row seat from the middle. This is just a function to get the 2 passengers closer, so that's really nice. And let's just get it back outwards. And it's nice that the seat belt is integrated in the seat as well, so if you wanted to go in here from here, you could do that as well. So the option is there. You've got airbags in the seats on the seat side, so that's nice. You got your regular buttons for seat forward, back, recline, lumbar support, that kind of thing. So if I just sit in the seat, so this is a middle row seat. You have some air vents here on the B pillar, so it's going to push out air directly to the middle row seat passenger. And you got a hook here for your jackets or light stuff that you want to hang there. let's take a my massage seat is on, feels really good right now. Now I'm going to recline my seat a little so I can show you more functionality. So let's look at the top. So you have a speaker grill there, you have grab handles there, and the material is not Alcantara, it's some fabric material but feels really good in this lovely brown color. And then you got your touch sensitive interior lighting, microphone here, and you also have these vanity mirrors for the rear passengers, which are adjustable to the position of the seat. So that's nice. You just push it to tuck it back in the roof. So there's one on this side, one on the other side. So what I'm showing you here is basically what's the same thing that's going to be for the passenger behind the driver's seat. So we look down here, we have a slot here where you can slot your phone or wallet or anything like that. And then you have a maximum 50 watt type C charging port. That's insane, 50 watts. And this car comes with a remote control. Because it's a show car and a lot of people are looking at it, they've actually taken the remote out, but you keep your remote here and you can use the remote to control this floating screen, which I'll be looking at in a minute. So if you look, there is enough space for passengers to go to the rear seat, the third row seat. Now the back of the front passenger seat has this pocket here, and it also has a table, as is in most 6-seater Chinese cars now. You can work or you can eat here whilst the car is in motion. So some cars don't only have it on the rear of the passenger seat, but this one has both on the driver's seat and on the passenger seat. So that's really cool. You can tuck it away if you don't need it, and it has a pocket as well. Now let's look down here. There's some fridge situation going on, so if I just move that, I can click it to open the fridge. So the fridge is open right now, and then if you don't need it, you can just press it again and then you get it back in. And it has a small screen here at the back that you can use to control your seats and fridge temperature and all that kind of stuff. And you've got some air vents coming from here. They're kind of small and narrow though, but I'm sure it'll do the job. So, and if you look up here, you have a floating screen, 15.5 inches is what they said. And rear passengers are entertained, so it has all the functionality. You can populate your apps, you can go to your movie apps, you can go back home, you can do your settings, all that kind of stuff. So that's really neat. And if we look up here, you have panoramic sunroof up here, which is open right now, and it has the shades that you can move, you can close electronically. So there's this one for the rear passengers, and there's a dedicated one for the driver and the passenger. Let's take a look at the third row seats. So the third row seats are full size seats, and I believe it's going to be comfortable for even adults. And if we look here, the third row seats have sunshades as well, which is really nice. So being in the third row seats, you are not deprived of shading yourself from the sun. And then here we have a hook for when the third row seats are down, so you can tie things down in the boot. And then up here you have some seat controls for the third row seat passengers, and you have a cup holder here, and you've got your air vents here for the third row seats. You got interior lighting here, and you've got speaker grills all around. So overall, I would say it's not bad space for the third row seats. And you have a type C charging port here, one of those, and you have two type C charging ports on the other side. And this one doubles as an input for the floating screen that I just showed you before. So you can connect some sort of device here and you can beam it on the floating screen that I showed. So yeah, with the boxy nature of the third row seat, passengers are going to be comfortable there as well. So we're getting in the front seat. Let's see what the configuration of the driver's door is. So the driver's door has all the nice padding, and the configuration is very similar. Got this nice material here, you've got wood here, and you've got this nice design language panel here. And the driver obviously will have more functionality, so for controlling all the essentials of the car, windows up and down, front and back, controlling the mirrors, lock of the car, unlock, child lock, that kind of thing. I like that they are all physical buttons, and this is the button you press to open the door. On higher trims, you press it, it's going to lock the door for you automatically. And over here you have a dedicated button for opening the boot. So when I press that, the boot opens automatically. And then you have a speaker grill here, a speaker grill there. And we look at the driver's seat, it has all the controls as usual, and it also has lumbar support, all those controls, that kind of thing. You've got airbag on the seats, and then it's got some nice cushioning on the seats itself. There's not enough waist or thigh support here on the side, but for your stomach area, your chest area on the side, it has very nice support. Now let's sit in the driver's seat, see what it has to offer. So let's look up here. Up here we have a visor, sun visor here with a huge vanity mirror. That's really nice. You don't have to struggle to see your face. And over here we've got some nice ambient lighting going around this here, and then you have touch sensitive lighting both sides, and you've got these buttons for controlling the panoramic sunroof open and close. You have a 24-hour call assistance center button, and you have SOS button here. You also have a camera. The rear view mirror is a camera, so it doesn't matter if it's bad out, you're still going to see clearly. And then we come down here. The driver and the passenger have their dedicated fridge right here, which you can open from both sides. And then you have your cup holders, standard size cup holders. You have 50-watt wireless charging pads. You've got physical buttons for your hazard and functions of the car. And you've got your air vents coming from here. And in the middle, you have ambient lighting as well. Let's take a look at the screen. So this is the screen, which is, I believe, the same as the U8L that I looked at earlier. And as usual, the functionality is going to be similar, but you have all your functions here. You have your climate functions, as you can hear, and then you have your seat controls here, heated, ventilated seats. You have your temperature control. You have your settings here, and you've got all the shortcuts here. You can see what's happening. You've got your mapping here and your situation around you. It's going to read everything around you. You've got your music, which you can do all your music here. You've got this button where you can populate all your apps that are pre-installed or you install by yourself. You got lighting controls, window controls, turn it off. And here you got your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, sound, SD card, GPS, profile, that kind of thing. And you got time up here. So if we're going to go through this, it's going to take the whole day. It's got lots of functionality, I can tell you. And then on the passenger seat, you have a dedicated screen for the passenger, so they can watch movies, they can do lots of controls whilst the car is in motion, because the passenger is not driving. And if you press that, you open your glove box, so it's not electronic. That's really nice. I prefer these ones to the electronic ones, and it's lined with felt as well, so things are not going to rattle about in the glove box. You just press it to shut it. And if we look behind the driver, we have this nice screen here, which also displays all the information that the driver needs. Information about the battery, your mileage, your surroundings, your drive selector, tire monitor. All the functionality you can think of that the driver will need is right through this huge opening here. So the driver is going to be comfortable knowing what is going on in the car. And we look at the steering wheel. It's a nice size steering wheel. The design, I'm not a fan of the shape or the design of it, but it has physical buttons, and that is a win. Got your horn in the middle, and you got a dedicated driver storage area here for cards, coins, and things like that. Not that they really use coins anymore in China, but it's there if you want to store something. And as you can see, the air vents are closed and they only open when the climate control is turned on. You got a camera here, which is usually used for conference calls and stuff like that, and you can close it if you don't need it. And you've got some speakers coming up there really nicely. You've got your HUD showing up there, and you've got a speaker grill in the middle as well. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like, because it helps the algorithm to push the video out to more viewers. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can grow it together, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Till I see you in the next video, guys. Ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.